That's how I'm feeling right now. I'm really excited because the Lakers are one win away from a championship, something that I haven't experienced in over 10 years. Like, I'm just, whoo! All right, let me calm down. All right. So today is October 7th, 2020, and we are like the end of the NBA season is approaching us. Within a week, the season will be over and we will have crowned a champion. All right. But before I get into the politics of that particular scenario and situation, I want to introduce myself. My name is Michael DeLu, and I'm going to be your host today for Pull Up the Tape. Pull up the tape. Yes, sir. All right. With that being said, I would like to ask that if you are listening to this podcast for the very first time or watching this video for the very first time, do me a favor and share this podcast with anybody you know that loves sports. All right. I consistently talk about basketball, soccer, football, and MMA. All right. With that being said, let anyone you know that loves any of those sports that I just said about this podcast. All right. And if you are watching this video on my YouTube channel for the very first time, do me a favor, hit the like button. All right. Hit the like button. All right. Hit the like button. Hit the like button again. That does wonders and helps me with the algorithm. Leave a comment. I want to shout out to I can't remember his name. I'm gonna shout him on the next video. I want to shout out the person who commented on my last video. I really do appreciate it. And then also subscribe to my channel if you already haven't. All right. That just does wonders for me and it helps me tremendously. My name is Michael DeLu. I'm going to be your host today. I'm going to keep grinding, working. I got a lot of stuff in the works coming. And yeah, that's pretty much it. All right. So I'm going to get into yesterday's game. So the Los Angeles Lakers, yes, beat the Miami Heat 102-96 and took a commanding 3-1 lead in the best of 7 series. All right. Let me say off the top, off rip. This game was actually very, very close and was a nail biter. All right. This game went to like, I wouldn't say the last possession, but like it wasn't decided until 2 minutes left with the 2 minutes remaining in the game. That's when the Lakers pulled away. Well, specifically, LeBron. Like the two sequences that, summarized, not summarized, that led me to believe that the Lakers are going to win this game is LeBron grabs a rebound off I forgot who missed the shot, to be honest. LeBron grabs a rebound, pushes the ball up the court, finds Kentavious Caldwell-Pope in the right-hand corner and kicks the ball to him where KCP immediately just pulls up and nets in the 3, making it a 5-point game. And on the very next Laker possession, not LeBron James, Anthony Rondo. Rajon Rondo finds Anthony Davis open at the top of the key. Not the top of the key. Yeah, actually it was the top of the key for the 3-point shot. Davis catches it in rhythm, pulls up, and knocks it in. And at that point, I knew the game was over. The Lakers had just went up by, I believe, 9 points. I think it was either 8 points or 9 points, and that's 9 points with like 8 or 9 points with about 30 seconds left. And I was like, oh yeah, this game's over. And man, that game was honestly a nail biter, and I was really nervous. I was stressed the whole game. I knew there was going to be one game in the series that ended up like that. That's what I thought Game 3 would be, and the Lakers would win it, but it actually turned out to be Game 4. Lakers in 5. This series is over. Lakers are going to win our 17th championship on Friday. All right, on Friday. All right. I'm recording live from Los Angeles, California. I am. All right, I already made a bet with the homies. They know what I'm about to do on Friday when Lakers win. But let me get into the box score. So LeBron James had 28 points. LeBron flirted with a triple-double again. He had 28 points, 12 rebounds, and 8 assists. The only downside I can say to LeBron and his performance was that he started off pretty rough. He didn't have the most points, wasn't too aggressive, and he started off, and then he had the first 5 turnovers for Lakers were all on him. Anthony Davis, but obviously he got it together, made adjustments, and dominated down the stretch of the game, hitting threes, getting to the basket. There was one time he got to the basket for a vicious dunk. Dribbled in the lane. Him! Oh my God, LeBron's still the best player in the league, and he's him. LeBron is him. Press ratio on 1,000. Stop playing with me. That's my press ratio is on 1,000 when it comes to Bron. I'm pressing over Bron. I'm pressing lines over Bron. I'm pressing lines over AD too. And you know I'm pressing lines over Kobe. Stop playing with me. Anthony Davis had 22 points, 9 rebounds, and 4 assists. What I will say about the Heat, they made it was very clear that they made the conscious effort. Like, okay, out of LeBron James and Anthony Davis, they want to focus primarily. It seemed like they wanted to focus primarily on stopping AD because every time AD touched the ball, as soon as he touched the ball, like seemingly within like 1 or 2 seconds, a double team was getting sent his way. That they were sending a defender over to help, and I'm like, yo, damn, like, and then, you know, it took AD some time because at a certain point, all the way into the third quarter, AD still only had 8 points. And this is coming from a dude who scored 34 the first game, 32 the second game, didn't have a strong third game, and I'm just like, damn, they got this dude figured out, but no, they don't. They don't. That's why we won. They don't have him figured out. KCP, oh my God, KCP, he's came a long way. I remember I can't remember what, I think it was either his first season or his second season in the league when he got arrested and he was the blunt of all Laker jokes. Oh, keep this dude in jail, blah, 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 blase, man. This dude came up clutch today, man. I'm so happy. I'm happy. I'm so, I don't think people truly understand how happy I am. Like, man, like, y'all don't get it, man. The Lakers have been ass cheeks for such a long fucking time. Like, man, the Lakers have sucked. And I was a fan every single year. Man, we were terrible. Oh, man. 10 years in the making. KCP had 15, 2 rebounds, 5 assists. Danny Green had 10 points. Surprisingly, Rondo only had 2 points and Caruso only had 7 points. But, man, the effort that they showed on defense and, you know, their offensive rebounding and just, I don't know, it seemed like they made the right plays in the right situations. I don't know. It's kind of weird. Like, I was honestly very surprised when I actually seen the stat line for them and I expected them to have more points. But I mean, hey, I'm not tripping or upset about that because I mean, hey, why would I be? We got the W. I want to give a big shout out to Markieff Morris, man. He played incredible. He played the fourth most minutes out of anybody. Anthony Davis had the most with 42. Bron had 39. KCP had 32. And Markieff Morris had 30. Like, Markieff Morris got a lot of minutes. JaVale McGee didn't even play at all. Markieff Morris got a lot of minutes. As Dwight Howard only got 8. You know, he was very important, and it was on the floor down the stretch of the game for the most important situations because of his size and his defense and how they used him primarily on Jimmy Butler as well as Jimmy and what's that dude's name? Not that dude's and Bam. Allowing him, they switched him onto Jimmy. He was big enough to bother him, and Jimmy can't just body him out the way and get to the rim and hit that fadeaway shot that he loves. And I'm like, damn, this dude, this is his shot. I just commend him so much. Like, great signing. Remember picking him up in the middle of the season, and he has played down the stretch more than these past 2 series. He's played more than actually past 3, like even dating back to when we were playing at the Rockets. He played a lot of significant minutes. Like, he gave the Lakers quality minutes and Frank Vogel quality minutes. I can't emphasize how important his contribution was on defensive on both ends of the floor, offensive and defensive. Man, the Lakers had 32 rebounds today, 10 offensive, which was very, very big for them in being able to win the game. It was a very tightly contested game, but saw the Lakers get the W. Let me get to the Heat. Jimmy Butler had 22 points and 10 rebounds. I want to say this. The very first quarter, Jimmy Butler honestly looked incredible. He started off 5 for 5. Like, he was great. He was aggressive. He was attacking the basket. He was doing whatever he wanted against whoever the Lakers had in front of him, to be honest. Like, Lakers honestly had no solution, no answer for him. And yeah, but I don't know exactly what it was, but and And he hit a buzzer beater. He was getting easy shots, getting to the basket, essentially doing whatever he wanted. But I don't know. It seemed like as the game progressed, he was just very reluctant and choosy in when he was picking his shots. And he passed a lot. And he passed a lot, even though sometimes there was times where he would get great looks, and then he would just pass the ball. And it just seemed kind of weird. But, I mean, for the most part, Anthony Davis held him in check. And, towards the end of the game and, as the game was winding down, he, dribbled the ball a lot, kind of really had no sense of direction in what he was doing. He tried to make a lot of plays for his team, which I can commend, and I understand you need your team to win. But, I mean, Jimmy Butler honestly did his team a disservice by not playing with the same aggressiveness that he played in Game 3. And that's honestly just that. I don't really have much else to say about that, to be honest. I mean, it is what it is. I don't care, to be honest. Tyler Hero had 21 points, 7 rebounds, and 3 assists. There was no look at the end of this game. No, sir. No, sir. Duncan Robinson has 17 points and 3 assists. He came to play. He had a lot of, very good shots. His craziest one was when he hit that bank 3 in the fourth quarter. Yeah, that was crazy. Bam Adebayo, decent game, 15.7 rebounds, and yeah, I mean, just not enough from Miami. They didn't come. They didn't come up. They just failed to execute offense on an elite level down the stretch of the game, and yeah, it is what it is. LeBron and AD showed up clutch in the fourth quarter, man. AD is honestly should have won Defensive Player of the Year. He can literally switch on to almost any position. I'm not going to say he can guard any position, but AD is quick enough, strong enough, big enough to guard anybody on an NBA court. And his defensive versatility just is credit that's why the Lakers are going to win the championship, because of that dude, man. Oh my God. Anthony Davis. You are worth everything we gave up for you. Anthony, what's Anthony Davis' middle name? Hold on. Anthony, let's see right now. Anthony Davis, what's his middle name? Anthony Marshawn Davis Jr. You are worth every pick we gave up for you. Everything and then some. You are worth everything. Thank you so much for wanting to come play for the Lakers. Thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. You sincerely brought me joy and happiness. Thank you so much. Thank you, Anthony Marshawn Davis Jr. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, my God. Thank you so much. Wow. KCP showed up big, and the Lakers just turned up their defensive intensity in the fourth quarter, man. I can't even stress. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. First of all, for those of you guys who don't know, I'm really the voice of Laker Nation. You better stop playing with me. But I'm honestly gonna end that segment off right there. It's over with. This series is over. OVO. It's woo. It's over. There's nothing left to say. It's OVO for all that. It's woo. It's over. That's it. It's over. That's it. Next topic. So, Trey Lance. All right. For those of you guys who don't know, Trey Lance was the quarterback for North Dakota State University, which is also the same university that Philadelphia Eagles quarterback Carson Wentz attended. All right, so Trey Lance is the biggest prospect out of there since Carson Wentz. So 3 years later, no, is it 3 or 4? 4 years later, Carson Wentz is 4 years after Carson Wentz comes Trey Lance, and he's talked about as being possibly a first round prospect. He is 6'4", 228, and he was heavily under recruited out of his home state of, I believe it was Ohio. So I think either a month or 2 months ago, Trey Lance made headlines because he said he was only going to play one game and then declare for the draft. And I honestly thought that was probably the stupidest thing I've ever fucking heard. But, I mean, hey, that's exactly what the hell he did. Because yesterday he just declared for the draft after their very first game of the season. North Dakota defeated was it South Carolina State or Carolina State, one of the two. All right. So I just took a look at the tape and the film of the game, and I'm just read the stat line first. So they beat North or South Dakota State. No. South Carolina State. 1 second. South Dakota. Let's see. They beat. Who the fuck did they beat? Oh, it's North Dakota. I'm sorry. They beat. No, I'm tripping. They beat Central Arkansas. I don't know where the hell I got that from. They beat Central Arkansas Bears 39-28, and that was their first win of the season. Oh, well, that was their first game of the season. So Trey Lance had 149 passing yards, 2 touchdowns, and he threw his very first interception of his college career, his entire college career. And then he added 143 yards on the ground and 2 touchdowns. All right. Let me be the first to say, I honestly, for this being this was my very first game watching him play, and let me honestly say that probably wasn't the best game for me to watch because I seen a lot of missed throws, bad footwork at times, and what I saw on that day was somebody who was very raw. Well, definitely I saw the talent. He has a big arm. He has a very big arm. But I did also see him overthrow a lot of throws, bad footwork, bad decision making, and he overthrew some. I seen specifically one overthrow that I was just like, oh my God, this is a walking touchdown for his receiver if he puts this on the dime. But yeah, I'm going to watch more of his film and get back to you guys on what I honestly think about him. But based on that, what I see right there is a talented kid with lots of the tools to be successful. 6'4", big arm, can run, can pass, but definitely is going to have to be groomed into a quarterback that, a lot of prospects. I don't see him being a day one starter in the league. Hell no. Definitely not from what I just recently saw. I mean, and especially when you're playing at the level he's playing on, you have to look for me to think you could start in an NFL game in less than a year. Oh man, dude, you have to play flawless, and that's not what he played. But yeah, to my last topic, Edison Cavani. No. Yeah, Edison Cavani. So the transfer window just ended on what? Today's Wednesday. Transfer window ended either Tuesday or Monday, and Manchester United decided to sign 33-year-old Uruguayan striker Edison Cavani. And first of all, let me start off by saying I honestly think this is a panic buy. No offense, United. I mean, I'm just trying to keep it 100. Yes, I'm a Chelsea fan, but I'm just going to keep it 100 and keep it strictly, what I think. All right, so I don't know. It seemed a little fishy to me that instead of buying a defender, which United truly needs, they decided to bring in an 33-year-old striker. I don't know. Didn't really make sense to me. It seemed like at the beginning of the transfer window when the Premier League season ended and Manchester United was able to get third, their main focus to me seemed like they wanted to get a defender and Jadon Sancho. They didn't get a defender. They didn't get Jadon Sancho, but they got a 33-year-old Uruguayan striker. Kind of weird if you ask me. So it's a 1-year deal with the option for a second. And what Manchester United are getting is depth at the forward position, a seasoned veteran who has experience in big games, he has played deep into the Champions League multiple times, and he has played deep into the World Cup, as I believe Uruguay went to the round of, not the round of 16. No, the quarter. No, is it quarter? Okay, so the round of 16, then the quarterfinals. Uruguay went to quarterfinals last year. No, not last year, in the 2018 World Cup, and I believe they went to the quarterfinals of the No, they went to the round of 16 of the 2014 because they lost to Colombia. Yeah, and then they went to the semifinal in 2010. I don't think he was on that team at the time. So 2010 is 10 years ago. He might have been on that team. So they get an experienced striker, one of the best strikers over the past 10 years in Europe, as he was at as he just concluded his 7-year tenure. That's crazy. Yeah, he just concluded a 7-year tenure at PSG, which saw him become the all-time leading goal scorer in club history. And before that, he spent 3 years at He spent the 3 years of past decade at Napoli, where he was also a prolific goal scorer there. To get into a little bit more about Cavani is, he's not your average striker that stays in between the two center backs. He's very mobile from what I've seen, and he prefers to move to the right, allowing the right winger to, move into a more central role. And he's just honestly everything he is. Anthony Martial isn't. Marcus Rashford isn't. Yeah, like he's honestly, I think he's automatically an upgrade than those two dudes right there. But I don't see him playing full 90 minutes every single week or any of that. Just don't see him being able to do that at his age. But I will say he's very intelligent and aware of his teammates' attributes. He's probably on any given field, he's probably one of the smartest. Probably one of the smartest players on the field. At PSG, Cavani would regularly shift to the right, shift to the left, without taking over space from Neymar or Mbappe, which would consistently allow both of them to make timely runs through the defense and score. And I mean, honestly, yeah, I honestly think he's a good player, but I just don't know how much he's gonna affect the team at this age and considering what Manchester United actually need. Like this signing about 5 years ago would have been, oh my god, amazing! Like, oh my god, Man United are getting probably like a top 5 striker in the world, because outside of Lewandowski and who else? Maybe Benzema. Who else? Who's some very good forwards? Outside of Benzema, Lewandowski, I don't know if there's too many people actually better than Edison Cavani. Let me look up best strikers in the world. So let's see what this says right here. So we have, outside of, let me name all the dudes outside of this guy. Outside of Luis Suarez of number 9, outside of Luis Suarez, Robert Lewandowski, Sergio Aguero, maybe Karim Benzema, Harry Kane. I mean, I feel like Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang and Robert Firmino, those are like around, like even Romelu Lukaku. I can't definitively say that he's better than Edison Cavani, or even Timo Werner. Can't completely say he's better than that dude right now. Jamie Vardy. I mean, Alexander Lacazette, like Mario Icardi, Gonzalo Higuain, like he's up there with all these dudes. Like he's a very good player. So outside of the Aguero, Suarez, and I don't even know if I can say Suarez at this point, because Suarez has lost a step. Suarez isn't the player he was when he first got to Barcelona, but I mean, like it's still a very good buy considering where he is relative to the people in his position that play the number 9. But I mean, like I said, considering that Manchester United really needed a defender, I don't know if this was the way to go. And why did they wait this long to bring him in? That what does that tell you? Like, when teams know what they want and who they want, they aggressively go after that player. Like, Manchester United knew they wanted Jadon Sancho, so they aggressively went after him. This is why I say that it seems like that this was a kind of a panic buy to me in a sense, because Manchester United aggressively went after Jadon Sancho from the start of the transfer window, to where I know for a fact they didn't do it with this dude. And honestly, I read the reports. Cavani honestly thought Cavani had interest from a couple other teams, such as Atletico Madrid. But once Luis Suarez became available, they went after him and signed him immediately. And I believe some Portuguese team. I can't remember off the top of my head which one it was. But a team. Damn, what team was that? I can't remember what team was interested in signing him. Oh, Benfica. Benfica was interested in signing him, but his wage demands was going to be way too high. And then, honestly, I guess he thought that more teams would be interested in him, but when that didn't happen, he just reached back out to United after because they've already reached out to him and he wasn't keen on going there because he wanted more money and X, Y, and Z, different situations. But when he realized, he doesn't really have too many options to pick from, and not many big clubs that are going to be playing Champions League football actually want him, he's like, you know what? Might as well go to United. And there's a lot of players, a lot of former Man United players are just like, man, this club is ran like a shit show. And I'm not surprised, honestly. I mean, not getting a defender kind of puzzles me, but hey, what do I know? I'm just a Chelsea fan. And with that being said, I hope he does succeed. He's going to get the number 7 jersey, which seems to be cursed after Ronaldo left. They haven't had a good number 7 since Ronaldo. Di Maria, Alexis Sanchez, Memphis Depay, I mean, hey, to each his own. My name is Michael Delu. I want to sincerely thank you guys for listening to Pull Up the Tape. Like, it really does mean a lot to me. I don't care if 2 people listen to this, 3, 10, 20, 1,000. I really do appreciate it. Like, it really does mean a lot. Stay with me. I'm gonna keep grinding. I'm gonna keep growing. Do me a favor, share this podcast to anybody that loves sports, basketball, football, soccer, MMA, all that. Do me a favor, like, comment, subscribe to my channel. Help me run it up. Bow, movie, viral, shake the room. Let's get it. That's it. Cut, and that's a wrap.